6 years ago, I decided enough was enough and I wanted more for me and my family financially. I wanted our debt gone, a nest egg for our daughter, and a plan for my wife and I to be able to stop working as soon as possible to enjoy our lives. In the last 6 years, we've been able to pay off over £153,000 worth of debt. We have escaped our 9-to-5s. We have grown our net worth by over £500,000 and wiped 40 years off of our retirement ages. And in this video, I want to show you exactly how we've been monitoring, measuring, and tracking our finances to make this happen using the tool that you can see on the screen behind me here, because this is the key. This is the secret. This is the thing that made it all happen. So without further ado, let's jump into my screen share and I'll show you exactly how we've been managing our finances over the last 6 years so that you have the opportunity to do the same for yourselves. This is the tool that I started building all those years ago when I decided enough was enough and I wanted more for me and my family financially. What we're looking at right here is just the monthly balance sheet. This is one small part of the entire workbook, but it is probably the most powerful piece of all of it. Now, what we do here is we merely set our plan at the beginning of the month of where our expenses are going to go, the bills that we have, the things that we've got coming up, and then we track our spending against that plan as we go through the month. So we know exactly where we stand and we know if we need to pivot and exactly what point we need to pivot. There is no point in building a plan if you're not going to track your spending against that plan, and there is no point in tracking your spending if you're not tracking that against a plan you've already built. You need to be doing both. The beauty of doing that is once you have that information, you can measure it against your income. And once you've got your income in this table, along with all of your expenses and bills and outgoings in the other tables, it's going to tell you exactly what your free cash flow is at the start of the month, which means you can pay yourself first. You will know how much you've got to put towards the goals that you want to achieve. And therefore you can look at that and divert that money between those places. So if I hit undo here, you can see that we have utilized almost every penny of that cash flow, leaving a little bit of contingency on the side. The spreadsheet also gives us our income versus our outgoings in these nice visual charts down here, as well as our planned and actual expenses in these pie charts, so you can see the different categories of where our money is going. It's always nice to see that our savings and investments is the biggest piece of this pie, which means we're putting the majority of our money towards our future. It also shows us our savings rate on a plan and actual basis. You can see we're able to hit a savings rate of 62% back in May, which is absolutely remarkable. We also track our yearly expenses in this tab over here. And this really is to get an idea of those things that come up now and again and a little bit less frequent, such as, holidays, gifts, and other one-off expenses such as insurance and emergencies and things like that, so that we can see what we're spending over the period of a year on those less regular expenses, which gives us the ability to plan more accurately and more thoroughly for our financial freedom phase of our lives to make sure we're not missing anything out of that. So those expenses then get converted over and transferred into this tab, which is our early retirement planning, where we're going to map out all of the expenses for all of our outgoings in our future state. It's then going to tell us our FI number, and then we can start building out the savings and investment plan and strategy for achieving that specific FI number based on our particular circumstances. Then we track our savings and investments over here in this tab. We look at our house equity and assets in this tab, so we can see what our loan to value is. For example, we have literally just paid off a huge chunk of our Help to Buy, which is basically a loan against our property, which we took out, which was interest free for 5 years. So we've just paid that off. So you can see there's been a huge jump. We now own pretty much 50% of our property, which is really cool. And we have also therefore lowered our debt burden significantly. So that's really, really cool as well. All of that information then feeds into our net worth tab, which tells us every single month the health status of our current finances. If you're not already doing this, you're really missing out, because what this does is it gives you the ability to see the long-term impact of your short-term financial decisions, and it will encourage you to make more decisions that will drive this number up rather than down, because it's only going to make you wealthier. You can see that our net worth has now hit £541,000, and we started, when I started working on this tool, from a place of negative 40,000 with our net worth. So our net worth has now grown over £500,000, which is absolutely remarkable. And this tool, the process of following this through, rinsing and repeating every single month, updating things and making decisions that we're going to improve our finances, is the entire reason we have been able to achieve the goals that we have. Eliminating my 9 to 5 at the age of 32, paying off over £153,000 worth of debt, growing our net worth by £500,000, retiring my wife, and it's the reason why we'll both be able to become completely work optional in our early 40s. So if you're not tracking your finances in this way, obviously I highly recommend you go and do it, because if you're not, then you are leaving money on the table, you've probably got a leaky bucket, and you're wasting a lot of wealth potential. Now, if you'd like to get your own copy of this tool, I'm going to leave a link below where you can inquire about getting your hands on that, alongside the opportunity of working directly with me to help you build out your plan. Go check that out, and we can see what we can make happen. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just please make sure you smash the thumbs up button and also subscribe so you don't miss out on future updates like this. I post one of these videos every single month, along with other videos showing you how to manage and invest your money to become financially free. See you in the next video. Take care.